Yeah, I think, first of all, I thought our crowd was electric today. Really, it was awesome to play a great team. You know, UConn's coming off a big winning streak. That's a really good team that we struggled with at their place, and really pleased to sweep them. Obviously, the run by Keeley at 18-21 was big and great for us to be in that situation and be able to have a lot of poise, and I thought we were really good in transition in that run. So yeah, excited about the weekend, and now we move on to get ready for another good match on Friday against St. John's.
Questions?
Keeley, what was going through your head during that serving run? That was huge.
Honestly, I was kind of just, I wasn't even thinking, honestly. Like, I didn't even know what to think. I was just like, we've been in this situation before, and I had trust in myself and the team. So, yeah.
So there were two moments during that run that usually, end them because just the momentum's gone.
Yeah.
One, they'd wipe the floor, and two, they called a timeout, and you nailed both your serves after those moments. How did you do that?
I think it's just taking a deep breath and knowing that we've done this, like I've done this before in practice, and yeah, just knowing that the team is always behind me.
Norah, you started out first set, 4 kills, 4 errors, and the rest of the match you were incredibly efficient. What changed after that first set?
I think in my head I tried to be a lot more aggressive. We really talked about covering today, and it's a lot easier to swing hard when you know that your team is covering you no matter what, and they're going to dig it if you hit it into the block.
Kirsten said that there was more of maybe a defensive ball handling lineup to start the deal off today. Then you brought Ava in maybe later in set 1, got her involved offensively. What did you think? How much of an impact do you think she had on flipping game 1 for you guys?
Ava?
Ava, yes.
Yeah, we were just matching up where we wanted to match up, so we start wherever. And yeah, I mean, Ava's doing such a great job. I thought, as soon as we're in system, if we can create some one-on-one scenarios, Kendra's great at finding those one-on-ones when we're in system, and fortunately we have players that can put it down a good portion of the time. And yeah, I thought she took a lot of really good swings.
Early on, y'all weren't getting any aces. The serve in general just wasn't as good as it ended up getting third. What was the issue with the serve early in the match?
Well, I think a lot of times you see teams pass better early in matches because you're not fatigued, you're a little bit more alert, and so sometimes you see passing stats start to decline third and fourth game. We saw that at UConn. They were so efficient at their place, passing nails. And then, we thought we were really higher in game 3, actually. We missed more serves, I thought, than we normally do, at least felt that way. 6 serves. So, and I know at least 3 of them were in game 3. So, it's finding that balance of being aggressive, but, trying to go on runs. So, but I do think, we wore them down something. I thought they wore us down some. I thought they were a really good serving team. They go back and, they've got a couple kids that hit the ball pretty hard.
What is it about Keeley at the end of set 3 that, she just doesn't blink, doesn't flinch, just keeps nailing serves over and over again?
Yeah, I think Keeley said it. She's confident. Keeley's got a great serve. Everyone on the team knows it. We trust her back there, and I think she's just been in that situation a lot because she scores a lot of points. So, I think a lot of it is just going back and taking your deep breath and just doing the same thing that you do over and over in practice, just going back there and do it. Dr. Woodman talks a lot about how do you build confidence. It's by repetition, and I think she's done it a lot over the last 5 years.
Oh, yeah. I think it really motivates us, especially, we talk about it all the time, getting a big kill and having the crowd just get in it with us and just having a lot of fun with that. But, yeah, I think we give up it. I don't know.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
They help us a lot. Did you say it was electric today?
Electric.
It was. They were so loud. And not even when we're doing well. When we're in a little bit of a rut, they're like, I don't know what they say. they say, let's go Chase. Like they're trying to get us back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's really cool.
Plus, we have the best fans in
Yeah.
the state, so
In the country.
in the country, honestly.
UConn didn't go on any scoring runs in game 2 or 3. What was the level of focus on starting out, especially when they were after they had gotten a couple points in a row a few times, but they never were able to put any runs together. How'd you guys, focus in on siding out?
That is something we talked about after the first set. We were siding out at 47%.
That was 47. We told you guys 44.
It was low after the first set.
Yeah.
And so we were focusing on that. We were really putting an emphasis on first ball kills instead of just trying to kind of get the ball in play. But I think it helped mixing it around. Us hitters were getting a lot of, like Kendra's very smart and she knows where the blockers are. And so we were getting a lot of one-on-ones, or Keeley had no block at one point. So that helped. It's a skill.
It's a kill. Skill's a kill.
How efficient or how big was the efficiency that Kiara and Kiana were hitting with today? I think maybe 2 errors between the two of them, maybe.
Yeah. We're trying to get more balls to our middles because they're hitting at a high clip.
Yeah.
Kiana's just been really, really good. And the thing is, if they scheme if they go with her, if we're in system and they go with Kiana and put forehands, that means Ava or Norah is one-on-one. They usually hit at a pretty high clip in that scenario. So, getting in system is big in those 2 hitter phase, just because when Kinder's got, and then you got to be prepared that Kinder could attack. So, but again, it comes down to the pass so that we can make sure that we create those holes. But yeah, they're both Kiana and Kiara are doing a great job.
How well did you execute the scouting report on Keeley Parker?
Yeah, well, I mean, and actually both of their other outsides been hitting 400 over the last 2 weeks. So, Kaylee ate us up with a lot of off speed last time, and so that was a big focus of, hey, she's going to get some kills, but we can't let the jump fall. And I thought we did a much better job of being prepared, not getting kind of shocked by a roll shot and things along those lines. But yeah, I mean, for her to hit below 0, she doesn't do that very often, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, I believe by the math you finished 5 in the Big East tournament.
That's what my SID just told me.
Yeah. So I mean, how big is that to not have the scenario of 3 matches in over the course of 5 days? 4 days. Right into selection Sunday, into the NCAA tournament, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing. I think it's also a good thing from an RPI standpoint. So that's the positive. They'll get a day off in between. So I'm not convinced fatigue's going to play a big factor, as it would when we were in the Missouri Valley, that you played back to back or you played 2 matches in one day. Then fatigue really becomes a factor. More importantly, it keeps us in the hunt for a Big East championship. Obviously all those things that we want to, UConn could have knocked us off, and it probably takes us off the opportunity to host, so, the big nugget goals, each match is so critical. So that's why St. John's is now the biggest match of the season. We got to get ready for them.
For the players, I guess the level of focus your magic number to win a Big East title is 3 now. I mean, what's going through your minds as you guys can see
We have 3 matches left.
you have 4 matches left, and you win 3 of them, you're hanging another banner. Like, in terms of just seeing the end of the tunnel there and being able to focus
We
on
haven't been discussing this yet.
Yeah.
We take it game by game.
We're like, oh, okay.
Breaking news. I'll just ask it later.
Yeah.
You talk a lot about resume builders. What does it mean to the team to beat a team that is this hot?
Yeah, the thing with UConn, it's a bummer for UConn and a bummer for our league, because I think this is an at-large level team. But they just didn't play clean up. They lost some 5-gamers. They didn't play clean enough during the non-con, but now they're playing great. So we know that, and I thought we came ready to play. I think UConn knows that. They're not in the at-large hunt, but it still is, I think, a top 75 win, Rob, do you know? I don't know what their RPI is. But from the eye test, this is a top 50 team, in my opinion. So it's a really big win. I think UConn will be back here over Thanksgiving weekend, and they will be a formidable foe, whoever has to face them.